ቃል ተባሪኡ ገዋሕተና የካቲት ማዕበል ባርዒው እሳት ጎመራ ሽገደቢት ወርቃዊ ነበልባል ለመጽደጉል ቃል ተባሪኡ ገዋሕተና የካቲት ማዕበል ባርዒው እሳት ጎመራ ሽገደቢት ወርቃዊ ነበልባል ታማህፀን ውቅያኖስ ማዋህ ነፂቲ አርዕት ናይ ዘመናት ሰንሰለት ዘንፂቲ ዋሕዋሕታ ናይ መስል ናትርት ረስና መሪድ ቅርስ ወለዲ ሓሞት ዘምዕፍና እቶን መፍተን ወርቂ ተባሪኡ ገዋሕ
For these roots. In the Bits and 9-6 a dictionary get to find this.
Yeah. Please don't text me. Please do not disturb. You probably off the Henny and every word.
Hello everyone, welcome to Axumawian Media Network. This is an Art of Axumawian program. Today we have, my name is Wale. Today we have a short interview with a rapper. His stage name is known by Yung Mezmur. And Yung Mezmur, welcome to Axumawian Media Network.
Man, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor. Take it out all day, man.
Awesome. So, Yung Mezmur, can you introduce yourself for those who don't know you? They don't know you. Like, where you located and what do you do? Everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as you said, I go by the name of Yung Mezmur. I'm a rapper from Denver, Colorado. My parents are from Axum. I was born in America though. And yeah, I'm a rapper, and you know, I like to rap for Tigray and speak on it, you know, from my own experience.
Awesome. So when did you start hip hop, rap, like doing rapping, and who motivated you? And when did you get like interested for hip hop?
Yeah, so I would say I started, you know, like I always loved music, like loved to listen to music and you know, enjoy rap. But when I really got started writing rap is probably in college. So I had like this, I used to work at the radio station at my college, and I just remember me and my friend just talking about it one day, and he was just like, man, you should start rapping. Why not? Just try it out. So I just started writing, you know, and then it just went on from there. Like, just started writing, started getting better, started getting, you know, performing more, getting more shows, getting more people to like listen and, you know, respond in a great way, you know.
For sure.
So yeah, it just started in college, and it started from, you know, it stemmed from, you know, just loving rap and just loving hip hop and loving music in general. So like some of my favorite artists that inspired me to start rapping is like my favorite rappers like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Jay-Z.
Wow, I like Kendrick Lamar. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think, you know, how they put their words together is it's just unique and special, you know. So like, yeah, Kendrick's for sure my favorite.
Got you. Yeah, they have good lyrics and message. Yeah. So as a Tigrayan diaspora, we have a lot of to do fight for freedom for our people. What's going on back home, and art is one of the powerful tool always fighting for justice, right? And can you tell us how rap or hip hop plays a role in this situation, like what happened in Tigray right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I think like they always say, art imitates life. So when us as Tegaru are going through these things and seeing, witnessing what's happening, like the atrocities and the displacement and all of the bad factors of this genocide, it for me personally, it just comes out naturally, like when I start rapping or like when I start writing, because if it's on your mind and you're creating, it's gonna come out in the art. So art just has art imitates life, and it's an avenue to really express yourself and express what's going on, express how you're feeling about it. And yeah, it's just when you can express yourself in that way, it's freeing, it's freedom, and
Yeah,
it inspires people that listen to it, because I've had so many people, like, after they listen to my songs or listen to whatever I put down on paper, they're like, wow, I like that, really relates to me. Like, I love how you said that, because that's exactly how I feel. So when you express yourself through art,
yeah.
it brings people together and it educates people as well.
Yeah, definitely. When you put the message in art, in hip hop, especially hip hop is itself a revolution, and like
Yeah,
it has a powerful message and can convince people and can express easily what's going on. Yeah, so
yeah.
I definitely understand that. Yeah.
Mm.
So uh, Tigray I went through difficult time as a result of the Tigray genocide, and Tigrayans diaspora are trying to make awareness to the world about it. Besides your music, do you participate anything? And of course, you're doing a lot of things to try to send a message through your art and your talent of hip hop. But beside that, what participation did you activate? Do you do any activities?
Yeah, absolutely. So aside from performing and making songs, for Tigray, and performing in front of, crowds expressing for Tigray,
Mhm.
I've also been, leading marches, leading the chants, especially here in Denver. Um, I have t-shirts, merchandise. This is TYLV clothing from Las Vegas. Shout out to them. But I have my own personal, like, artist merchandise,
Uh-huh.
and I did kind of like a giveaway slash raffle, for people who donate for certain charities in Tigray, So
Uh-huh.
I've done, like, giveaways in that aspect, and yeah, just going to like the national protests and chanting there and helping march there. Just doing a lot of organizing in Denver specifically. Yeah, leading the protests, leading the marches, um, and yeah,
For sure. Yeah.
just social media in general as well too.
Yeah, I also see watch one of your interview by Nine News was a report with your friends, right?
Yeah, so we had a candlelight vigil, like, here in Denver at our church, and
Hmm.
Nine News graciously came and they interviewed me. So I just spoke the truth and told them what was going on in Tigray and how it was affecting our community.
Hmm.
So yeah, definitely interviewed with them about that. And yeah, one of the bigger things I did also that I'm proud of is, it has to do with music, but when I performed at the Juneteenth festival in downtown Denver, it was in front of, like, a huge crowd of people, and I got to perform for Tigray and make sure, like, all of the African American citizens in Denver really heard the message. So, like, that was really big.
Awesome. And one of your freestyle songs is Tigray Genocide, and 266 Days Tigray Genocide has a really good message, strong message about genocide.
Yeah.
And for example, I'm just gonna read like some of the lyrics, and we'll go from there. We're gonna play the music as well, the song as well. Let me walk you all through the stage. It goes classification, symbolization, discrimination, dehumanization, organization, polarization, preparation, persecution, and extermination. And lastly, it is denial. Ironic cause we built a dam located in the Nile. Damn, you all deny that too. And it
Yeah.
goes like that. And I really like it. And it's a big message. I don't know how many people they know about this. And this is like from the Human Rights Watch, the stage for genocide. So
Yeah.
definitely, I didn't read all the lyrics, and we will listen the song by itself. But it is really powerful. I was impressed. How do you put those? How do you came up this strong message put all together on this song and all these lines as a specific time of that?
Yeah. First of all, good reading for you, because even when I was rapping that, I was like, dang, this is hard to rap. You know, all the stages, like, have to
I
remember it and
tried.
everything. I'm like, dang. But how I came up with it, like, I really can't explain it. It's like, you know, sometimes like when you're writing, it just comes from God. Like, that's how I explain it, you know, because
Yeah.
before you know, I didn't write that song with the intention of, you know, doing every stage, you know, like listing every stage. I
Mm.
just started rapping, and then, you know, it just kind of came out, and I was like, wow. And it was awesome, because I was like, you know, unfortunately, because we're having a genocide now, we have to learn the stages of it, you know. So
Mm.
like, it was it was more of like education for me as well, because I got to learn like what the stages are, you know, and get to list them out. And then yeah, just like the last one, and lastly, is the Nile. Ironic, because we built the dam that's located in the Nile. You know, like that. That's just truth. You know, like that's just real, and they deny that too. So it's like it just came out freely, because, you know, when it, like I said, when it's on your mind, like that, your art is just gonna imitate. You know, it's just gonna come out. Like, you don't even need to think about it. So it's definitely been on my mind, and wanted to express that, invent that in a creative way. You know.
That was sick. That's sick song. I mean, I think we're gonna play that song later,
Yeah.
but I'm very impressed how you put the logic, and they're supposed to be acted by the human rights what, but they don't yet. But you put it there, in the song, so which is good.
Yeah.
So beside like hip hops, like I know you're an artist in hip hop. I love hip hop as well. That's my first choice from all musics. But what kind of music do you like beside hip hop or rap? Like it could be even Tigrinya or English. What kind of beside hip hop? What kind of music do you like?
Yeah. Besides hip hop, what I like is really like R&B. I like R&B, a little bit of pop music. I'm trying to get better with Tigrinya music, you know. But you know, when you're going to, you know, because now that, you know, everyone's together and we're all learning more about our history and learning more about Tigray, you know, just getting to hear more Tigrinya songs at the
Yeah, yeah,
goilas, at the national protests, the after
yeah,
parties, you know, like
yeah, yeah.
you start to get more acclimated to it. So it's like, yeah, Tigrinya. I like R&B. I like real melodic stuff. And yeah, like a couple, you know, a couple pop songs, not all pop, but a little bit of pop too.
Got you, got you. So we're gonna play your song, Tigray Genocide 260 days, and we'll be back in a second.
Stack that bitch up, Mike. Y'all drowning in proof. Y'all just copy the lies while simultaneously copying all of our moves. But you know what they say, those that lose focus on the winners, and it's been our lives and all eyes on Tigray since November. The ones we lost will never forget you. History will always remember. They thought they separated us, but they just brought us closer together. Bitch.
All right, welcome back, and I hope the audience love the song. The song is has a strong message. Please listen and follow in his YouTube, Yung Mezmur YouTube channel as well. So I see most of your songs are in freestyle, and freestyle needs like a talent, you know, and it came out of your mind. You have to when you write, and if you have if you just imitate them, and you have like the how do you call it, like a voice, you can just like rap. Anybody can rap, but freestyle is initially like talent, you know. So
Yeah.
who's your favorite like freestyle rapper,
Mm.
from the old ones, from the young ones, whatever? I
Yeah.
know as a rapper like King Neymar and it's a J Cole are like good storytelling people, but like
Yeah.
in freestyle.
Yeah. That's true. It's definitely its own niche, you know. Some of my favorite freestylers are like King Los. King Los is really good. He's from Baltimore. He's like a legend.
Mm.
Him, Lupe Fiasco is really good at freestyling. Um, Vince Staples. Who else? There's a lot, man. Even like Eminem. Eminem's good at
Yeah,
freestyling.
yeah.
Um,
Jay-Z.
yeah, Oh yeah, Jay Z's infamous for freestyling. So him too. There's a lot, man. There's a lot.
I got you. Okay. Since you are have strong message on the freestyles, and this style is freestyling is like a lot of talent as well. But can you try a little freestyle for the audience, like on this interview?
Yeah, for
When you're
sure.
ready. When you're ready.
Yeah, for sure. Um, if I had to say thanks to something that wouldn't say it back, I'd say thanks to the mountains that stay in the back of my mind, in the background, but the front range doesn't get enough praise or days on the front page. I've seen all types of shapes, sizes, and shades. I've been Rocky Mountain high. It's astounding how my surroundings are found in both homes where I reside, from Breckenridge to Durango to Telluride to Tigray. The landscape was the plan of escape for our Tagadalai, with nowhere else to hide, so they hid in plain sight, but not in the plains, more like where the planes and drones couldn't strike. Gave them a space, bought them some time to devise a plan to fight, so you can't tell me these mountains haven't saved a couple of lives. Not just for going on beautiful hikes, more like God's device or creation or final destination during the darkest of nights. A beacon of hope, a sliver of light. So I stay thankful for the mountains and they stay on my mind while we're still screaming free Tigray, hashtag Tigray genocide.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That was
sir.
good, bro. That was good. So I know a couple of your songs, and are you having are you making any project right now? You feature schedule for your music, and are you trying to? I know most of the things seems like you're by yourself in your channel. And are you planning to join any record and or something like that? What is your future project on your music?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm planning to drop a lot more songs. So I'm working with a couple organizations in Denver. They reached out to me to, create a song for Tigray.
Mhm.
So I'm working on that with Warm Cookies. They're called Warm Cookies of the Revolution in Denver. I'm working with that organization, and I'm gonna just be dropping a lot more music, a lot more songs, a lot more verses, a lot more drip, a lot more shows, a lot more everything, you know. But my schedule is, you know, just create as much as possible and make sure that this year everyone knows like about Young Mezmur and knows about like the skill that I have. Also like all the Tagarus listening to this, we me and the Uprooted podcast, we made a song called For My Hisby. Everyone check that out. We dropped that about a couple weeks ago. It's called For My Hisby, and yeah, I'm rapping the same Tagaru stuff, you know. So like who has watched it is like, wow, this is like a great verse as well. So I'm really proud of that. Go check that out, For My Hisby. And yeah, just gonna be dropping a lot more music.
Yeah,
Like
I watch my Hisby. Yeah,
yeah,
it's pretty cool. And for those who they don't know you, and where should they find you? Like website or channel? Where should they find you? Where should
yeah.
they
So
find like Young Mosmore? Yeah.
yeah, for sure. So you can find me on all social media, YouTube, Facebook. I just got a TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Everything is YUNGMEZMUR. So everything is Young Mezmur.
Young
Um,
Mosmore.
and
Okay.
I have a website as well, and I'm selling T-shirts on there, like my own artist merch. I'm selling that on my website. So anybody who wants to get that swag, like go on the website for sure.
Also, what kind of are you making those shirts, and who's making them?
Yeah, so I have like a online retailer who's
Uh-huh.
making the shirts for me.
Mhm.
Um, I can I can you we could post a link in here, you know. So
Definitely, definitely. Yeah. So they have like you have everything like hoodie and shirts, stuff like that.
yeah, well, right now I only have the t-shirts, black t-shirts, but I'm gonna be expanding into hoodies soon for sure. I like the hoodies. You know, we got stickers, we got everything, man. We got
Yeah,
it all.
definitely, definitely. Yeah. So, how is your engagement, attachment with the culture of? I know you born and raised in Denver, right?
Yeah.
But before, how is like before the war or the genocidal war, and after the war? How do you express yourself, define yourself, the attachment of with the culture and history of the people of Tigray?
Yeah, so I think before the war or before the genocide, it was, you know, obviously still attached to Tigray, because most of my family is there. You know, all my cousins and aunts and grandpas, grandmas, most of my family is in Tigray. You know, so that attachment was always there. But once the genocide happened, I think it just, you know, it made it more centered, you know, more clear. Like wow, like I because before, you know, I feel like for the diaspora, I feel like a lot of us
Yeah,
used to represent Ethiopia. Like, oh yeah, I'm Ethiopian, you know, like oh I rep the Ethiopian flag. I'm Ethiopian. But once this happened, I feel like there was such a deep rift because, you know, it kind of showed us that it's really just us. It's really just Tigray by itself. You know, it's not. We thought everyone in Ethiopia was like this. You know, when in
hmm,
reality it's more fragmented, and the genocide just pointed that out because, you know, there's people who who don't seem to care. You know, like obviously we care about our families that are struggling and going through the worst, you know. Um, so it just
definitely.
made it more clearly defined. Like as much as we want to say Ethiopia, it's like no, it's Tigray. It's like Tigray is for itself, and I think most of the diaspora would say like moving forward, we would want Tigray to be its own independent country because, you know, obviously Ethiopia doesn't have the best interests of Tigray. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like we need to have our own country. I feel like that's how a lot of people feel. Um, and yeah, I would just say the attachment afterwards is just even more powerful. You know, it's like it's it it's different now because it's like wow, now that this has happened, we have Altagaru everywhere. have
Yeah, you
added.
can remind me, but like in one of your songs, it says like they think they try to separate us, but they make our more together. And you one of in hip hop, they say that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because
Yeah.
that's what it did, you know, like I'm on Axumawian Media Network right now, you know, like that's everyone coming together. I've met so many Tagaru who are doing things all over the country, all over the world, advocating for Tigray. It brought us together, you know, so like that attachment
Mhm.
got way more deeper. And yeah, every like I said, every Tagaru has, I feel like they have an added responsibility now. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, before I feel like, you know, you could just live your life and, you know, just do whatever, especially if you're born in America, born in, you know, not born in Tigray, you know, you have certain advantages,
Hmm.
but it's like now I feel like everyone has that added responsibility of like, yo, it's on us to take care of Tigray. So whatever you can do to help, whatever you can bring to the table, whether it's your artistic ability, whether it's your skill in broadcasting or news media or whatever you can do, if you have the
Everything.
financial, you know, like now we all have that added responsibility and that added attachment to Tigray.
Gotcha.
So
Great.
yeah.
Yeah. Have you been in Tigray by chance or before?
Yeah, I've been there twice.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Yeah, I went once when I was really young, so maybe like 15 years ago when I was a little kid, you know.
Mhm.
And then the most recent time was 3 years ago. I went back, and it was an amazing time, you know, like just visiting family, just seeing, and it was amazing because I remember little bits of when I went as a kid.
Mhm.
But when I went as an adult, you know, 3 years ago, I
Mhm.
just remember like, wow, like this place is so much more developed than I remember it. You know, like Hagarasev and Aksum like has lights now. I'm like, wow, like back when I went back in the day, they didn't have no lights, nothing. Now
Yeah.
they have like, you know, a little bit of light at least. You know, I'm like, wow, this is really developed. Like
Yeah.
it's amazing.
It was like in a good direction of change, but like this happens. So they betrayed us after this Tigray genocide it ended. Um, what do you have any plan and something like to visit and like or like give like some motivation for the young generation of Tigray, especially
Yeah,
live in Tigray?
yeah, definitely. I think, you know, when this genocide ends and we have access back to Tigray, it's gonna be, like I said, that responsibility. So I plan to, you know, help out whatever way I can, like with whatever skills I have, you know, whatever I can share, like I will share, you know, because it's our responsibility. So, you know, going back to Tigray is definitely on the first on the list, you know, like you have to see the people, you have to touch the people, you have to see what's going on, you know, from a ground level. So when Tigray opens up, you know, I'm gonna be helping as much as I can with whatever money I can, you know, like whatever skills I can, whatever knowledge I can help out with. I'm gonna definitely do that, and I think all Tagaru should as well, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, so your musics are so far what I listen, they have like really strong message and good lyrics. So how do you write? Every rapper, every hip hop is different, and how do you write your songs? Like usually when you just like walking somewhere and like when you're reading and something like scratch paper. And what is your motivation mostly? How do you come up those?
Yeah, so my method is just all over the place, you
Yeah.
know, like I never know like when the inspiration is gonna hit, you know. Most of the time when I hear the beat, you know, that's when it starts to come out, you know. So I usually write like I have a notebook that I write my raps in.
Mm-hmm.
Um but sometimes the best music just comes when you're just freely just singing and, you know, just freestyling. Sometimes like, wow, like that was a good bar, you know, so, oh, let me write that down, you know. And then sometimes you have to really like construct it, but
Mm-hmm.
other times you could just let it flow out. Sometimes, you know, like the best way to get started is like you know, sometimes you got to use somebody else's bar or somebody else's line to get you started, you know, and then from there you could just keep going. So like, yeah, recently I did this TikTok challenge, and you know, it's like it was an open verse of a song that this Tada 718 made, and she just left like, you know, part of the song open, and I was like, wow, this is like a really cool song. So I just started writing to it, you know. So
Please don't text me when you're drunk.
please don't text me when you're drunk.
Don't text me at
Yeah. Please don't text me, please do not disturb. You probably off the Henny, and every word reminded me you so messy. So many can't confirm. I guess I'm messy too, how I'm kicking you to the curb. I can't believe I yearn for you, feel like a past life. Now you too drunk, it probably high as the gas price. Full of lust, trying to fuck, but that thing ain't mad tight. And you got me mad tight, cause if I act like everything's fine, then reply I'll be the same guy, falling for the same tricks, pun intended. I'm moving on to big getting better, leave you on redder, reminiscing on the days when we first met up. Something like a honeymoon phase. Now I'm not phased, pressing on that moon on my phone just to stay away. I might need rehab, cause I might relapse, cause perhaps I'm just one more call away. It comes from everywhere. But it's like you have to do it consistently. Like if you don't do it consistently, you won't build that skill.
Got you. Yeah. So I like hip hop a lot, and music in general I love. But hip hop is more powerful to lift up people, people's like stuff like that, and confidence. And you know, you're not alone. You know, when you there's like study when you're depressed, like don't listen other musics. Like one of the guy I remember in my school, I was in boarding school the first time I came. He say he's like old white guy, but he say when you stress, don't listen like country music. Listen like hip hop. That's lift you up. You know, the country music gonna make you more depressed. But I'm not offense to other songs, other musics, but it's just true. Scientifically, hip hop is something it can bring together in its revolution. So, but in our culture, maybe not like a lot before. And I know probably like the diaspora, Tigrayan diaspora may listen more. But how is the reaction from in general from Tagaru when you sing about Tigray? There is powerful message on your songs. How is the reaction? How do you find it?
Yeah, I think it's a great reaction. It's a great and powerful reaction because it's relatable. People relate to it. People are like, wow, like the fact that you are able to creatively in a hip hop, in a fire, catchy way, you're able to relay the message of like, wow, like this is how I'm feeling. This is what I want to express, you know, but you did it in a song. Like just to hear the comments from people like that is amazing. And you know, it's incredible, it's powerful because, you know, I'll be somewhere, you know, with Tagaru, and a Tagaru that I don't know, you know, just walk up to me like, "Oh, you're Young Mezmur." Like, "Oh, I love that song that you made. Like, keep going." You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, just that support and just, you know,
Yeah,
wanting to support. And that is like, that's priceless to me, that they're like, "Oh yeah, let me buy a T-shirt. Oh, I love this song too. Like, I listen to all your songs now. Like, you're a great rapper. Keep going. Like, keep representing for us. Like, you're doing a great job." Like, all that positive feedback and positive reaction is incredible because, like you said, you know, hip hop has that power to inspire and uplift people, and inspired by it, people are like, wow, like that makes me want to do something creative as well. Like, oh, now I've heard so many people like, oh, I want to rap, like, can you give me advice? And you know, going back to your question, like when Tigray opens back up, you know, that's what I want to do, is like if anyone needs help with production, you know, like I'm starting to produce my own beats now. Help them with
awesome.
that, help them with rapping, you know, rap if they want to learn how to rap, you know, or just give them tips on like business, like music business, or doing shows, you know what I mean? Like all those things are skills that I've built up,
Yeah.
and it's been powerful. And I even got to perform at the Seattle National Protest. At one
Mm-hmm.
of the after parties, I performed one of my songs, and it was just an amazing time, you know, just to be like, wow, like I said, I'm doing my job right, because like the people that I want to take care of and cater to, you know, they're saying like, wow, thank you, like, you know, thank you, keep going. and keep representing us. So it's been an
Definitely,
amazing
yeah.
reaction.
Especially when it's like expresses the current situation, that's really powerful, in the art way. And again, like we had like Q Rap last time here, and we try to bring like as Axumawian Media Network, we try to
Yeah,
bring especially the young generation of Tigrayan diaspora come together and in any talent, not only just in art, but in any talent, like work together, as
yeah,
a community.
absolutely. See, that's why this is TYLV clothing. Like I
Yes.
had to support them when I was in DC. Bought the T-shirt, bought a couple of T-shirts. Just to, when you see somebody doing something and doing something good, especially for Tigray, you have to support it. Like you have to. It's like if, especially in Denver, like if any Tagaru like ask me like, yo, can you do a feature verse for me? Like, can you do this like song for me? Can you try that? Like I'll do it because it's Tagaru. Like Tagaru, we have to make sure we stick together and make sure we build each other up. So when you see somebody doing something good that
Yep.
you like, you have to support it. I saw you guys. You guys reached out to me. I'm so thankful that you guys reached out to me to be on Axumawian Media Network. Of course, I have to do the interview. Like of course, like my parents from Aksum. I gotta do the interview. Of course, got to.
Yeah, definitely. That's what we're trying to do. Like bring all together and try to again like send the message to the global in English instead of like in our local language. So, what is your message for Tagalog, especially for the young generation, Tigrayan diaspora?
Yeah, I think my message would just be. I have a couple messages. I think first and foremost, while we're still in this genocide, while we still don't have access, just keep fighting, keep supporting. Don't slip up. Don't stop advocating. Don't stop tweeting. Don't stop informing people. And I always think about it like this. Like over here we might get tired. Like wow, like it's been 450 days. Like tweeting doesn't seem to be helping. The UN doesn't seem to be doing anything. Like nobody's like helping us. But then I just always think of like, just think about what TDF is going through.
Yeah,
Think
don't give
about
up.
what the civilians in Tigray are going through. They've been going through it. Like at least here we're comfortable. We're living good. Like so, just remember that and use that like as your motivation. Like keep going. Don't stop, because we can save lives every day. And then the second message, as we talked about, is like prepare for when Tigray does open up, like when we do have access to it, because a lot of people are going to need a lot of resources. So I would just say everyone in the diaspora, everyone in the youth, even just any Tagaru in general, is just think about ways that you can help. Everyone might not have $1,000 to donate, but there's always some way you can help. You always have something that you can do. So I would say everyone just assess what they can share, in their life. Like even if it's just a skill, like if you know how to sing, teach people how to sing. If you know how to play basketball, to teach them how to play basketball, soccer,
Yes.
everything. Like there's some way to help, and I think everyone should just review that, review how you can help personally.
Definitely, that's a good message. Yeah, as you say, and it may not be easy, but like don't give up. Like fighting for freedom just can never be like the next day. So as you say,
Yeah.
like the Tigrayan and the TDF doing like through more difficult than what I'm doing right here. So we can do this.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't get it's easy to get discouraged. I've been there as well. Like I'm not saying I'm perfect or anything like that, but
Yeah,
whenever I do feel discouraged, I'm like, wow, like you just got to remind yourself to be grateful for where we're at,
true.
and that's what I always think about, man. It's like I'm just, it's almost luck that I was born in America, Like I could have easily been born in Tigray as well. If my
Yes.
if my parents didn't come as refugees to America,
Hmm.
my I could be in the same position with my cousins. They could be here and I could be in Tigray. You know what I mean?
True,
So
true.
so
That's
I
true.
just always think about that.
That's true. Well, that was great, and I'm gonna ask you some questions, just between about your art, like about the hip hop,
Yeah.
and who's I'm just gonna give you like, for example, like Big or Tupac. You'll choose one. So
Yeah, for
let's
sure.
start it. And uh, Tupac or Big?
Mm, dang, that's tough. That's tough. But if I have to choose one, I have to go with Tupac. Tupac,
Okay,
just I think Biggie technically like Biggie was probably the better rapper,
for
but
freestyle.
yeah, but Tupac has the message, and I think like as we've been saying this whole interview, it's like hip hop has the power to touch people, and I think Tupac just did that in a better way, more impactful way.
Got you. Eminem or Jay-Z?
Eminem or Jay Z, I have to go Jay Z, man. I think Eminem is incredible as well, but Jay Z, Jay Z just got. I don't know. It's like Jay Z just has a different type of flow. You know what I mean? He has a different type of rhyme scheme, and he's been. They've both been doing it for decades. They're both legends, of course. We know that, but
Yeah.
if I have to choose one, Jay Z.
Got you. Yeah. I mean,
Jay
there's so
Z.
many hip hop there. I'm just asking some of the more influential to become hip hop is as huge as the world. So, and Kendrick Lamar and Drake.
Mm. See, you can't ask me that. I say Kendrick, man, because
I
you know
already know the
I
answer.
lo-
Yeah.
like Drake's a great artist as well. We all know that. Like, but again, it's like to me, Kendrick has the message, and not only does he have the message, but he makes great songs as well. Drake makes great songs too, but to me, when you can mix great song and message, like that's the best. That's the best artist. Like
Yeah. True.
you can make a great song, but if you can't make the songs that have the message as well, it's like
True. True.
I gotta go with Kendrick.
Okay.
But me, hey, me above all them though.
Of course, of course. Definitely, yeah. And Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
mm, I I gotta say Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj, I feel like she was like the first female rapper. Like, well, not first female rapper, but first one to do it on that level. I think she just took it like to a crazy level, and I think she opened the door for like a lot of female rappers that came after her. She wasn't the first, but when you do it on that big of a level,
Mhm.
she like opened it up for everyone else. Including Cardi B.
Got you, got you. So, do you listen Tigrinya music, Tigrinya songs? Do you listen to?
A little bit, not too much. You
Okay,
got you. Everyone who's watching this, like y'all gotta put me on to some.
definitely, definitely.
Maybe I listen a little Iyasu Berhe,
Okay, okay.
a
What
little
about
bit.
the new guys, new after this war? And there's so many songs. Did you any song came to your mind? Like there is like NB or all other stuff,
Oh
or
yeah, MB. Yeah, I've heard that a lot of times.
okay,
That's a good one. Q. I listen to Q as well.
got you.
Um, but yeah, I gotta get better with the Tigrinya music. You guys gotta put me on.
Q rap.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah. Q rap is English, so yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I was asking like Tigrinya. So, do you have in touch with him or with
Yeah.
Q rap?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
We've been in contact. I'm sure we're gonna get a song together here
Yeah,
soon. We're gonna work.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm hoping that. So I think this is we came to the end of our questions, our program for today. But if I miss something, you want to say any message you want to say, and I'll give you a couple of minutes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, first of all, again, I want to say thank you to you guys, to Axumawian Media Network, for having me on. It's a pleasure. It's an honor. I'm grateful to be here. But yeah, I just say stay strong to anyone, any Tagaru or anyone who's helping Tigray. Thank you for what you're doing, even if it's something small. We still appreciate it, because small help is still help at the end of the day. Yeah, follow me on all social media, Yung Mezmur, YUNGMEZMUR. Got more songs coming, got more videos coming, more performances coming. World domination, man.
Definitely, definitely. Cool, cool. Audience, subscribe and share Axmo and Media Network. Thank
Yes.
you for joining us, Young Mezmur. Till next time, thank you.
Thank you.
بارعي وإسعات بمرا شقدبيت وقاوي نبلبال لما تدب القلب تتباري قواحتنا يكاتيت معبل بارعي وإسعات بمرا شقدبيت وقاوي نبلبال سامح تنوكيانوس ما واحد فيتي عرفتنا زمانا سلسلة زنكي وحسانا يمثل ناكر تسلنا مري كرس ولدي حموت معفنا وصن مفتن